In this video, we'll look at Leonardo da Vinci not as an artist, but as an engineer who designed machines hundreds of years ahead. Leonardo da Vinci went down in history as an artist. The Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, anatomical sketches of the human body. But painting was only the visible part of his mind. In fact, Leonardo thought like an engineer of the future. In his notebooks, there are thousands of pages of drawings, diagrams, and technical ideas, machines that did not exist, mechanisms that no one built, concepts that were centuries ahead of their time. Most of these inventions Leonardo never saw in motion, but today we can try to imagine. What would happen if these machines really worked? Unlike myths, Leonardo did not draw abstract fantasies. His drawings were extremely accurate. He calculated proportions, forces, and transmission of motion. In the Codex Atlanticus and Codex Leicester, you can see detailed drawings of gears, shafts, bearings, and lever systems. These are not the dreams of an artist. They are the work of an engineer. Leonardo constantly observed nature and transferred its principles to mechanics. He analyzed the movement of bird wings, the flow of water, and the work of human muscles. His machines were an attempt to recreate the laws of the world in wood, metal, and ropes. One of Leonardo's most famous projects was the ornithopter, an aircraft with movable wings. Leonardo believed that a person would be able to fly if he could imitate the movements of a bird. His drawings show a complex system of levers that were to transmit the power of human muscles to large wings. The pilot would lie inside the structure and set the mechanism in motion with his arms and legs. Today, we understand that human muscle power is not enough for such a flight, but the idea itself, the analysis of aerodynamics, balance, and control, was revolutionary for the 15th century. Leonardo actually laid the foundations of engineering thinking in aviation. A lesser-known but no less impressive development is the armored fighting vehicle, which today is called the Leonardo tank. It was a cone-shaped structure with guns around the perimeter. Inside were people who were supposed to rotate the wheel system, setting the machine in motion. Leonardo tried to create a mobile fortress that could move around the battlefield, protecting the crew and delivering blows from all sides. Interestingly, the drawings contain an error in the transmission of motion, perhaps intentional. Some researchers believe that Leonardo did not want his machine to be actually used in war. But the very concept of an armored mobile platform appeared 400 years before modern tanks. Among Leonardo's drawings, there is something even more unexpected, a mechanical knight. This is not a metaphor. It is a humanoid machine capable of moving its arms, turning its head, sitting down, and standing up. Inside is a system of cables, pulleys, and gears that imitate the work of muscles. By modern standards, this was a primitive robot, but for the 15th century, it was an incredible idea. Leonardo thought not only about movement, but also about coordination. He tried to understand how complex actions could be decomposed into simple mechanical operations. It is this principle that underlies robotics today. Leonardo's special strength is in the details. He worked out bearings, gears, reducers, and cogwheels in detail. Many of these elements became the standard of mechanics only in the 19th century. Leonardo understood how to reduce friction, how to transmit motion evenly, and how to scale force. His notebooks are not a set of separate ideas, but a holistic system of engineering thinking. He saw the machine as a living organism, where each part has its own function. The main reason is technological limitations. In Leonardo's time, there were no sufficiently strong and light materials. There was no precise metallurgical production, modern type bearings, or energy sources. Many of his ideas required an industrial base that appeared only centuries later. But this does not make his projects useless. On the contrary, they show how far human thought can go, even when reality is not yet ready to support it.
A legacy we are only beginning to understand. Today, engineers and historians are recreating Leonardo's machines from his drawings, and many of them work. Not perfectly, not efficiently, but they work. This means that Leonardo was not mistaken in his principles. He was simply born too early. His machines never saw the light of day in his lifetime, but they became a bridge between the medieval world and modern engineering. Perhaps the most important thing about Leonardo's inventions is not the machines themselves, but the way of thinking. He did not accept the boundaries of his time as final. He asked the question, what if? And it is with such questions that progress begins. Leonardo da Vinci's machines never worked then, but perhaps they were the ones that set the mechanism of the future in motion.
If you are interested in stories of ideas that were born before their time, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.